Tonight on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup, we're in beautiful New Mexico to showcase RFD-TV's The Ranch. We'll ride the Santa Fe Trail, find some ancient pictographs, and visit the longest mesa in New Mexico. So get cozy. It all starts right now. Welcome to Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. This week, we're showing off our very own Dude Ranch right here at RFD-TV. It's a beautiful 3,400-acre paradise we like to call The Ranch. We have so much ground to cover, and there's so much packed into our schedule this week, so let's get started right now. Come with me. It's so great. This vast and gorgeous estate features some of the most beautiful Spanish and Western architecture I've seen in a long time. They have created a complete paradise. I'm so excited to share this with you. When you arrive, one of the first things you'll see is our truly authentic old-time cowboy town. This private little village makes you feel like you just stepped off a stagecoach and into the Old West, complete with a general store, a marshal's office, a saloon, of course, and even a jail. Around every corner are new treasures to be found. Each of these gorgeous rooms feature rare and unique memorabilia from the archives of RFD-TV. We haven't even made it to the lodge yet. Once we get through Cowboy Town, we arrive at the main hacienda. This gorgeous 14,000 square foot ranch house is something you definitely have to see to believe. Designed with Native American rugs, rustic chandeliers, and Western touches in every nook and cranny. Our ranch features several uniquely decorated guest rooms, an enclosed courtyard and outdoor dining area, a full-service kitchen and dining room, even a private library. The main living room is a comfortable space to play some chess, read a book, or just watch a little RFD-TV. The pool is a shady desert oasis. It's a perfect spot to enjoy an afternoon of swimming with a beautiful view of the mesa. So it's my first time at the ranch, and I'm just discovering so many opportunities. There's so many gorgeous places to hike. You could hike for days, walk and never cover the same ground. And if that isn't enough, wait until we get into the stables. The horses are really spoiled here. With over 35,000 square feet of barns, garages, greenhouses, and sheds, the ranch stands out as one of the finest equestrian facilities in the country. The ranch, I feel, gives you something completely different than any other ranch. As I've been doing this, I've had the opportunity to meet people who are so in love with that Dude Ranch experience because they're that good. To come and have a little retreat for a week, to spend a little time being pampered and nurtured. We have all sorts of activities. Sometimes you're skeet shooting, sometimes you're galloping, you're collecting the cattle, you're cutting a cattle. There are so many different things to do. And then you can swim, you can play basketball, play with the livestock. And it's an incredible week where you feel like I'm really relaxed. This is probably one of my most relaxing dude ranches.
Everybody having fun?
You riding today?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be riding a little bit. We'll be right behind you. We've got some familiar faces this week. Stick around, we're gonna find some petroglyphs, climb the mesa, and take a horseback ride out to find the ruins of an original homestead. Right here on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. We're back in New Mexico at RFD-TV's The Ranch. Today we're gonna head down to those beautiful stables to get saddled up for a ride around this expansive property. Gonna need some adjusting. And to see what little gems we can find. You might remember my buddy Ross Knox. He's been featured in one of our shows before. He's also here working with us today to make sure our ride through RFD-TV's ranch is smooth sailing. I really love this view right here. RFD-TV has had the windmill as their symbol for years. This place just fits hand in hand with everything we think about and we're about. So our little town is designed to have complete families, all with beds, double bathrooms, kitchen, living room, Looks like a town, but they're actually really nice little houses. This valley is old Comanche territory and a part of the historic Santa Fe and Old Pecos trails. Every acre of this land has a story to tell, and it just keeps going. Seems like everything has been developed beautifully, but so far separated that it's not like anything's on top of each other. It's so clean. There are so many choices. Do we want to go Sidewinder Mesa, Growling Bear Lookout, Butch's Hideout, Apache Village? There's just so many options. I love it. The views overlooking the ranch are spectacular and something cool in every direction. Okay, so we just made it to the top of the mesa, where the view up here is spectacular. You can see the entire ranch and all of the property. It's amazing how much you can see. From here, we can see Santa Fe National Forest, the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, the Roa Mesa, a 13-mile long mesa that reaches 8,000 feet in elevation. The ever-changing landscape offers a variety of ways to experience the property. One minute, you're hiking over rocks and boulders in the sun. Next, you're surrounded by cactus and juniper. And when you hit the top, you can walk in the shade of these age-old ponderosa pines. Well, that worked up an appetite, which is good because it's lunchtime. Our chef here, Brian Sandoval, is something of a staple here in these parts. His restaurant, Frankie's at the Casanova in Pecos, is a popular spot for mouth-watering local favorites. Here at the ranch, he makes every dish something special. Even his tools are authentic.
So this is a southwestern form of cooking. This is known as a disco, in some places a discada. It's a farm implement where we filled in by welding the center hole that's normally there. This one's the high-end version. It has the horse handles and the rim. Sometimes it's just flat with the high output burner. So what I like about it is it's similar to a wok in that it has different temperature zones, so you can control the heat of whatever it is you're cooking. I like the sizzles and the smells. Today we're cooking carne asada, fajitas.
With his special attention to detail and some truly authentic Southwestern cuisine, Brian serves up a delicious meal with a side of local history.
Blown away at each direction, there's history in this ranch. If you look up north when you're out and about on the ranch today, you'll see the Pecos Wilderness and the Santa Fe National Forest. Teddy Roosevelt set that aside, 1.7 million acres when he was here in Las Vegas with the Rough Riders as a preserve. It's also the headwaters of the Pecos River and the Pecos National Monument, which at one time was the largest pueblo in what is now the continental United States. It's a really beautiful thing with the Spanish Mission Church if you ever get a chance to see it. On your east side is you see this little mesa that is called Starvation Peak locally. And legend, and we say legend, has it that the Native Americans ran the Spanish conquistadors up there, and they stayed up there for 28 days and they starved to death, and that's how they kept them from taking the little pueblo that's located about a mile on the south side of this property. On the south side of this property is pretty cool. You have the old Santa Fe Trail, and I believe today we got some pictures of the actual old Santa Fe Trail rights run straight through this ranch. You also have the Glorieta or the Roa Mesa, which is up here to your west. That is the largest land formation of its kind in the United States. It's 13 miles long and flat on top. Second only to one in Siberia. But that is the longest one in the United States. There's just so much history when you study, the rodeo, the ranching, the mountains, and that's what we're excited to bring to you guys today. A little mix of the northern New Mexico food tied in with our Native American history, our Spanish roots, and obviously our Western lifestyle. And to me, to have all these features in one location, in one place, has been just a great thing to be a part of. So we just wanted to say thank you on behalf of me and my staff for letting us be a part of this. We're pretty excited.
When we come back, we interact with some wildlife and discover some local history hiding out in those hills. Right here on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. The little pueblo that Brian has been telling us about is still here on the property and has been here baking in the sun for over 200 years. Okay, we are in New Mexico at the ranch, and this ruin was probably one of the first homesteads that was set here years and years ago. There's not much to it left, but you can definitely see the structure and where it might have been their main house. Around the corner here is kind of like looks like where they might have had their barn. I think they probably found this place because it looks like it could have been close to water. There's a little pathway going through here, so it would have been a perfect place to get your water, because that's the most important thing out in this hot desert. Come check this out. This looks like, and it's been here for a long time, just almost like the red dirt that they had, the sandstone and little baby rocks, and they would kind of jam it together, wet, to form more of a shelter where air couldn't get through and penetrate. But the stacking of the rocks is just done so well. It looks really cool. Oh, look at here. There's even a few ancient kitchen tools laying around. Okay, so I just discovered this. This was like one of those rocks they used to use to grind their corn, mash down different nuts to make flour. Look at this, it's broken now. But if you didn't know, you'd walk right over it and you had no idea. I'm hanging on to this. There's so many little things to discover. This glass has turned purple. Look at that. In order for it to turn purple, it has to be at least 100 years old. There's some interesting pieces here. Look at this. I mean, look at this one. You could carve that and make a really pretty piece of jewelry. Keep an eye out for the local wildlife. It is spring here, and the bison are shedding their winter coats. The reason these guys don't look so good right now is because they've just gone through a big winter, and they're starting to lose all of their fur. As you can see right now, they're even exfoliating it as we speak. This is so cool. While a few of the larger steer wander around, they stop by to say hello. This is truly like being on safari in a vast nature preserve. It's awesome. Next, we're on a hunt for ancient signs of life out here in the desert rocks. American Indians inhabited these hills long before the Spanish arrived in the 1500s. This was Apache and Navajo country, and for thousands of years, residents of the area created rock art. This type of marking is usually found in sheltered areas and alcoves where the image is protected from the elements. They picked a good spot. These are all still here and very visible. So I understand that on certain hikes you can find petroglyphs, and I think I see one right here. It looks as if they have carved almost like a musical instrument into the bottom of this rock, which is kind of hard to get to, but you know me, I gotta get close. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's almost like something you would play, almost like a guitar or something. Anyway, there's petroglyphs everywhere. And the more you hike, the more ground we cover. I can't wait to explore. We're gonna find them. Prehistoric men and women left their mark for many reasons. It could be a warning, a welcome, or just a message they felt they needed to leave behind. Wow, okay, I just found another one. This one seems like a circle, and I think I was told at one point it represents something like years of the sun, but on the inside, it's hard to make out, but it's almost like a little paw. Oh, and there's a huge one right here. There's a big round circle one, and it's got more straight lines going up and down. I'll have to take a picture of this and ask somebody what that means. So many surprises around every turn. I can't get enough of this place. Got it. When we come back, we're gonna shoot guns and work some cattle on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup, my very special visit to RFD-TV's The Ranch. Our guests here this week at RFD-TV's The Ranch are friends, colleagues, and customers. Today we join a few of them in action, taking advantage of the many activities we offer here at the ranch.
I'm sure a lot of you are experienced shooters, and some of you may not be, so I'm going to act like everybody is not an experienced shooter, because the whole thing is about safety. The #1 rule of safety here is don't shoot me. Okay.
First up is something no dude ranch should be without, skeet shooting.
And you're just going to get one target. So this is called a springing teal. It's a classic sporting clay target, which means it's going to shoot it straight way up in the air.
Ready? No, I did not say ready.
He's ready.
Oh, okay. Give me a second. Pull.
Atta girl!
All right. Next is something I always love doing, getting back into the saddle to rustle up some cattle. So we are here at the ranch, and Ross Knox, who I've worked with before at a different dude ranch, is gonna show us a little bit of fancy footwork.
Now I'm gonna start her around. Now see, I'm dropping my hand. I'm not using my hand at all. Whoop. Right leg. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's good. That's stopping straight. Nice. Not bad.
Ross is giving a horse clinic and sharing his cowboy wisdom with a few of the guys here that are looking for some action.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna get the cattle out of that pen into the arena. We'll put them in that corner.
Okay.
And then we'll go through a few things. We're gonna kind of cut cattle.
Okay.
And we're gonna start with you.
First, I get a refresher on being sure in the saddle.
What I want you to practice, because we're gonna have to do this working cows too. When I'm teaching people, when we're working cows, you'll hear me say ride to their eye, which is pretty damn self-explanatory. Ride to their hip. I tell people cow side leg a lot. And you know, cows over there, and I say cow side leg, I want somebody moving their horse off, boy, because you're getting too close to your cow. If I'm riding in here and I'm after that black heifer right there, and all of a sudden I don't know what she's gonna, I say reload, boy, I mean stop and back off, and then I might say ride to the eye, ride to the hip. The slower you go, the faster you're gonna get done. As soon as you get in there and get to ramming and jamming, you're gonna lose them. I hate it when somebody says, I'm after that one right there. You know what? You take 6 steps behind. If I haven't figured out who you're after, I shouldn't be in the arena. So, you know, you just, when you go after something, you just figure, I'll have it figured out real fast.
Next, we get some cattle involved.
Donnie, right in, I'll work your corner. There again, it's up to us to figure out who he's gonna work. Now he's obviously after, he's gonna work a calf, but now see, if I thought he was having trouble, then you were nice move. Then see, then I would come in. And although he didn't need me, but that's where I would come in, just in case.
Ross definitely knows what he's doing. And even working with us rookies, he can get us into sync with the horses, the steer, and each other.
Now see, I'm gonna come in, up, no, not too fast or you're gonna lose your whole herd. Turn them back, guys, if you can. Nice. That's who she's after.
We got her.
That's who she's after. See, whoops, very good. Very good. And see, my job as a turn back help is to do this. Just like that. Good job.
Okay, once we're moving in sync, we can get the herd out of the corral and onto the trail.
See, what? Very good. Very good. And see, my job as a turn back help is to do this.
A week like this can only end one way. At the pool with a relaxing massage before one last swim. I am so excited that RFD-TV has been able to offer some of the greatest features, amenities, and experiences we've all had at dude ranches all over the country and bring them all together in one place. Who else could share the history, the experience, the cuisine, the legacy, and the love of horses, hats, and hospitality like RFD-TV? It's just a perfect fit. Well, that does it for us this week, but there's a lot more to do here at the ranch, and we've only just begun to show you all of the amazing things that happen here. So thank you so much for riding along with me. We'll see you next time, right here on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. So when you're ready to come out and visit RFD-TV's The Ranch, find us online at rfdtvtheranch.com.